Hello everyone, my name is Colin Wattonville and I own a health insurance, Medicare, and employee benefits agency, and today I'm going to be talking about how I even got into the insurance industry. So let me take you all the way back to fall 2016. I had just gotten back from Chicago for the summer. I was helping my cousins build a coffee company up there. I'm sorry again about the Prius. And I attended a job fair while in college, which landed me at a company, a life insurance company, just answering phones, doing some customer service work. You know, things like updating people's payment method, changing beneficiaries, all sorts of stuff that comes along with life insurance. Now fast forward to the same time the next year in 2017, I was graduating college and I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, just like every young college kid is trying to figure out. And I was debating on staying with that company because although I didn't like the customer service side of insurance, I thought that I might like the sales side. And so I was debating on becoming a fully licensed insurance agent. And one of my buddies reached out to me actually, and he said that he worked out with a guy who not only does life insurance, but does something called Medicare. And I said, I think that has something to do with the government. You know, I already know what life insurance is about. Let me sit down with this guy and see what the heck this Medicare thing is all about. So I sat down with the guy, met with him, and listened to his little pitch on why, you know, I should become not only a life insurance salesman, but a Medicare salesman. And I thought, you know what the heck? It's a full commission role, but now's the best time to jump into something and build something from scratch because I was a broke college kid and I had moved out by then. But I figured, oh, you know, worst case scenario, I moved back into my mom's basement and I took the leap and I stuck with that agency for about a year. I pretty quickly realized I was kind of getting taken advantage of and not receiving the full commissions that I deserved while simultaneously getting no support. They wouldn't even pay for an office, so I was actually working out of that gentleman's basement, cold calling, you know, no free leads. We even had to buy our own printer. It was kind of a disaster. I had no idea what I was doing, made all of the mistakes. And so I stayed with that agency for only about a year and then jumped to another agency, stayed there for about a year. I had actually helped start an agency with a couple agents from that first company, and sadly again was very taken advantage of, a lot of shadiness. Everything was a handshake deal. Found out some of them were getting contracts outside of the agency we had created. Found out that they were not taking a cut from their commission to help put money into the pool for the agency, to help build the team, you know, to buy an office and to help pay for a CRM and all sorts of stuff that come along with building an agency. So after getting taken advantage of a second time by another agency, I thought, to heck with this. And so this was about the end of 2019 at this point. And I said, you know what? I'm smart. You know, I think I can do this on my own. So I did some Googling, made a bunch of phone calls, and figured out how easy it really was to start your own insurance agency. And so that's what I did. I jumped off on my own at the end of 2019, started moving my contracts. You know, I'm contracted with many different insurance companies, you know, moved my contracts out from underneath the old agency to myself. And yeah, slowly just built up all the carriers that I could offer, built up my repertoire, my toolbox, if you will, of different types of policies that I could offer. And then ultimately, at the beginning of 2021, for I think the first week of January, my LLC officially got approved and I was all ready to go. I got everything official with the state of Nebraska, and thus Modern Health Solutions, my insurance agency, was born. Now, I always sort of knew that I wanted to be a business owner because really I only had one real job my entire life, and that was actually that first year, my first year in insurance, answering phones, being the customer service representative for that life insurance company. And I was miserable. I was depressed. I was baffled that I had to ask another grown man to take time off to go to a dentist appointment or to get an oil change for my car. I know that probably sounds crazy and delusional for many of you watching, because that's just the normal life for many people, and that's totally fine if that's what you want. But I was super lucky in that with past jobs, the job I had, for example, helping my cousins with the coffee company, I could control my own schedule really. And I just knew that I was what I call chronically unemployable, because I didn't like following certain rules. I don't like following directions. I didn't want to, again, ask another person permission to do something. Like if I had an emergency or if I had something come up, I thought it was crazy that you would have to potentially stay at work, honestly, and that blew my mind. So I always knew I kind of wanted to be a business owner or have control of my schedule by some sort of way, maybe being a salesman or something. And I just didn't think that I'd be forced into it so early on. I mean, I started my agency when I was 23 years old, I believe. And yeah, never really looked back. Things have been on the up, things have been growing, and it's something that has really changed my life. So although I still hold a little animosity, quite honestly, towards some of the people at those first couple agencies that I worked at when I was first starting to sell insurance, honestly, it ultimately led me to where I am today. And so really, I'm super blessed to have had all those negative experiences, try to twist things and make it positive, right? You know, glass half full. I'm glad that I made a lot of mistakes and was taken advantage of early on in my career so that I could essentially be pushed and be forced to start my own agency. So I've technically been self-employed since I graduated college, which is crazy to say. January 2018, I started becoming self-employed. And then again, officially at the beginning of 2021, I was on paper, actual business owner. And that's still weird to say. So there you have it. For those of you who are interested, that's my life story. That's how I fell into the insurance industry. That's my background in the insurance industry. I started with life insurance, then learned about Medicare. At one of those two early agencies, I learned then all about the individual under 65 side of health insurance. Learned about group shortly after that, then moved some contracts over, got off on my own, officially incorporated. That's the whole timeline. And now here I am about 5 years in now, officially, you know, with the state licenses and everything with my agency and the incorporated date. About 5 years now, and I have a team underneath me. I have an assistant. I'm bringing my family into the business. I have a couple of agents underneath me now, so I'm getting to train and mentor them and pass along what I learned and hopefully help those guys avoid all the bad mistakes that I made and help them fast track so that they can not focus on all the back end nonsense, just focus on finding and serving and helping clients. Thank you so much for watching. The goal of this channel, this account, is to help take a peek behind the curtain, to show you behind the scenes of what it's like to build a business in general, but also specifically build an insurance agency and build up your book of clients, build your downline agent team, scale, grow, all the above, and to hopefully share some knowledge with you, hopefully help you avoid some of the many mistakes that I've made over the years, help you fast track building your business, or even just maybe even encourage you to jump off on your own and finally pursue your passion and start the business that you've always wanted to do. So if content like that sounds appealing to you, it'd mean the world if you hit the like button to help the channel grow, hit subscribe so you continue seeing these videos, comment your thoughts down below, or even just follow us on your favorite social media platform. Once again, my name is Colin Wattonville and I own Modern Health Solutions. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.